Hey guys, in this video we're going to look at some free plugins and tools for drum replacement. Drum replacement allows us to improve drums recorded in the home studio that might not sound good by replacing things like the kick and snare with samples. This is a great way to get good drum sounds, but it can be a little tedious to get set up depending on the program we're using. Our first free drum replacement plugin is called Beat Replacer. This is a simple plugin that we can use to add on the effects chain on an audio track that has either an isolated snare or kick drum on it. From there, we can replace the snare or the kick. It'll be set up for a kick drum by default. On the left side, we can adjust the source track volume. If we increase it, we get some of the original track playing as the dry signal as well. Below that is the filter frequency to dial in the detection, and then we have the signal length, which determines how close together the samples can be triggered. The middle has some MIDI controls, which I don't use much since I want to trigger a sample instead of a MIDI output. The one thing we do need to change here though is the drum sound if we're using a snare. Otherwise we can't trigger a snare sample with it set to kick. The right side has the SF2 loader, which is the sample. The drop down for the banks is 0 for kick and 1 for snare. Then the drop down below is for the sample sound. One thing to keep in mind is the first sample on my computer for the snare doesn't actually work properly, so you might have to switch to another one if you're not hearing something. We have to have the bank corresponding to the drum sound we saw in the MIDI section for this to actually work though. Down below we can load an SF2 sample from elsewhere on the computer if we have those. Last we have a level control. This plugin does work, but it's not as good as some of the other options. We can't manually add or remove trigger points, and there's no way to fine-tune the threshold, so its triggering is very limited. The best free drum replacer we found available is the Drum Replacer tool in Cakewalk by BandLab, and we've done a separate video showing how to use it. It works as a region effect in the program, allowing for automatic and manual triggering of samples. What's great about this tool is there's a lot of control over when it triggers, and we can fix problems with incorrect triggering manually, which can't be done in the Beat Replacer plugin. When we're doing that, it even displays the waveform that is triggering the samples, and the display changes based on the filter frequency. It's also capable of working with different samples, such as wave files, which are easier to find, and it can trigger samples for a bunch of different parts of the kit, including the snare, kick, and toms. Like other drum replacement plugins though, it's very limited to isolated drums, so you won't be replacing stuff on an overhead track or swapping out the cymbals. For free software though, if you're using Cakewalk, the Drum Replacer is an excellent tool to improve your drum recordings. Thanks for checking out this video on free drum replacement plugins and tools. If this video helped you out, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to get notifications whenever a new video is released. You can also check the video description for links to social media accounts so you can stay up to date on all our new content.